YouTubers, CyberDiet14 here, and today I'm talking about The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 2. So, how to start this? I felt like most of it was quite a slow episode, which would normally annoy me, but it was okay because after episode 1, what happened with all the action-packed and explosions, escape, so much happened, I don't even care. Speaking of episode 1, I've got to rate it, so might as well just do it in this one. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Anyway, let's move on. So we had some little things answered, well, questions and that, like Tyrese saying, let's not mention about the girls to the others, so we know they're just keeping that quiet. But these are only like little questions that not a lot of people really cared about. It's just people just wondering, those kind of questions. Or if like Daryl knew what Carol did and that. It's just these little questions getting answered. And it was quite nice with like the voiceover. Then it cuts to them walking over this sort of hill, that sort of thing on the road. Although we had that one episode with Bob and Sasha, they had that kiss, I felt like, well, probably a lot of people forgot that they were a couple, and this episode they were really just shoving it in your face, like, yep, these two are together and something's got to happen, because they just suddenly kept putting it out there, those two as a couple, and I felt like most of the episode, literally just shoving it in your face with all the kissing and that. It's just like, whoa, step back a minute. I don't know why Tyrese weren't surprised about this. He was just smiling. We met Father Gabriel, and like Rick said, he's definitely got something to hide. And if you follow the comic book, which I don't, but I hear from other people and their reviews and that, there is something he hides. Quickly say it now, if you don't want to hear, just like turn the volume down or something for a second, and I'll quickly say it. All it is, which is from what I've heard, is that he basically left people outside of the church, so they just left to die, to be honest. Because all these people thought church safest place, he literally just left them out, and that's why that woman with the glasses, the blonde hair one, he was obviously close to her and must have just left her out to die, basically, and that's why it hit him so hard. Alright, it's all cool now, you can turn up the volume. It's quite interesting when Daryl was sort of on a night watch with Carol, and they said someone was watching them. I instantly thought it was like Garrett or someone, but although they were watching them, it could have been someone like Morgan. I doubt it, but you never know, it could have been someone like him. And there were those markings on the tree, which we don't know if that's from the people from Terminus or not. At least I'm not really sure. Yeah, they didn't really answer that. When the four of them went on the journey to get the supplies, and there was a hell of a lot of supplies, and just before that Walker got out the water in front of Bob, I saw the bubbles. Well, we all saw the bubbles, and I don't know if other people didn't know it was going to happen, but it was really obvious that there was, in my opinion, it was completely obvious that a Walker was going to jump out. There was air bubbles up, what else would it have been? And he went right towards it at the wrong time, and there was the Walker. Now, I instantly thought that, yep, he's got lit, he's dead. Because of what the episode was doing with their Bob and Sasha's relationship. I was like, yep, they've made it too obvious, he's bitten. But then, clever, they did this little trick like they did with the bandage in season 4-ish, sort of like that. They made us believe that he didn't get bit. The group had come to agreement that they're going to go to Washington, which is pretty good, but now that the group slightly separated, Rick will not just say, yeah, let's leave them. He's going to stand for that. So I can really see some tension between him and Abraham going on here. It's going to be quite interesting, I think. Daryl, well, he just caught Carol in the open, which I reckon that she was going to leave and not say anything, because she probably still had that guilt. And like Daryl said, sort of like, move on, you know? Which, I think that she should stay. So Daryl probably is right to convince her. And then we see the same car that Beth got taken away in. So it was pretty important that Daryl was there at the time, otherwise they wouldn't have gone following her. So they followed the White Cross car. Now this is the bit that stood out to me in the episode. And yeah, Bob in the open, he was watching, and when he started crying, I thought, yep, he's gotten bit or something, he's gonna die. And yeah, that's why he went out, because he did get bit and he went out to die, which was really sad. So from the minute he started crying, we sort of knew. And then Hoodie gets him, knocks him out. And I thought, ooh, this is quite interesting. Up to this point, I thought this was scary, this was real stuff. And Bob was scared. And you see Garrett, and it's all the big tension and that. And then boom, his leg's gone and they're eating it. Oh, that really got to me. Oh, it's cringy. So it's likely that Bob isn't going to survive now at this rate. And they're all eating him, which is sad. And also Marvin, yeah, I think that's his name, Marvin. He's alive, Tyrese didn't kill him. Which I'm a bit disappointed about, because Marlon said to Tyrese that you and the baby are going to die. And okay, they have survived, and maybe a lot of people are not going to pick up on that, but I think that guy could be right now. If not both of them, at least one of them. And I think they may kill off Tyrese, which would be very sad, but the way the guy sounded so sure, and it's one of those things where from the beginning of the season it was right there in your face, no one expected it when it actually happened. Really, this episode was about Bob, so for me he was the character of the episode. Like I say, really slow episode, but that's okay. You don't want too fast paced all the time. And the ending twist, that was really good. I like that, that really got the episode back up. And especially with the car, which leads into next week, where hopefully we'll see Beth. I think it's episode 3 we see Beth. Yeah, it must. I think it would be. And also looking at next time, Bob is still there, alive, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how long he survives. Overall, I give this episode a 6 out of 10. Maybe a little bit low, but wasn't the best. Last week was definitely a lot more better. And it was alright. I didn't mind, it was quite entertaining, but like I say, a little bit slow. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like and also subscribe. Really appreciate it. If you haven't seen last review, click the link in the description below. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in episode 3, season 5 of The Walking Dead. Thanks for watching. Bye.